Hey, are you ready? Once upon a time, that was all our yesterdays and far too many of our tomorrows. 100 years ago, and in 10 minutes' time, there was a little child who was given a story to tell. She did not choose the story. The story chose her, and she was given it before she even had the words to tell it, and before she even had the brain to remember or understand it. And it sat in her torso like concrete, alien and stiff and heavy. It penetrated her very cells, changing the very structure of her being, weaving like rope up through her veins, into her throat, her teeth, her hair. And she knew the story would never leave her, but she hoped that one day she might leave the story. And as she grew, the story seeped and sweated from her pores, surrounding her with a fog so dense that she was amazed no one ever mentioned it. She wasn't even sure if anyone could see it, and she really wanted them to, because it was very lonely behind that haze, and she really didn't want them to, because she sensed it could be even more lonely if they did. And the child tried everything. She learnt to run very fast, but she could not outrun it. She conjured up fog-eating deities, but no matter how much they ate, the fog remained. And she could not stop thinking about peeling off her own skin. But she knew that while that might be the end of the fog, it would also be the end of her. And as she reached her adolescence, she did wonder a lot about whether that mattered, and why the story had been given to her, and whether maybe she had been born bad or had somehow invited the story in. And the concrete in her torso was spreading and cracking, and her body no longer felt like one thing, but splintered and shattered, and every noise startled her, and every breath seemed to thicken the air. And as she became her adult self, she did wonder a lot about where she belonged, and why every day her muscles betrayed her, and whether maybe she was just lazy, or should somehow be better at pretending. And inside her throat, the rope quickened and tightened and coiled from her mouth with the strangest of sounds, surprising and painful and plaintive and primal. A tapestry of language unfurled through the fog. And year in, year out, and for all her tomorrows, and 10 years ago, and for all our forevers, she knew that the story would never be over, because she was the story, and the story was her, and her body and volume of silence unclenching. And she wondered if she might become her own author, and whether she maybe might write a good ending. And she wondered and wondered over and over whether she maybe might dare to hope.